Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm turning some scraps into embellishments. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing along with Ginger over at Ginger's Corner and some of her friends in a year-long hop where we take our scraps and make beautiful things with them. If you're interested in seeing more people turning scraps into embellishments, you can find the links to this in the description of this video to the one-click playlist for the hop where content creators can add their videos, and also links to the ladies who are posting on Instagram. You will also find a link to Ginger's Facebook group where we swap embellishments, post our ideas, and play games to inspire creativity. So today our prompt says, create an embellishment with map paper including at least 2 layers. So I spent entirely too much time searching for map paper scraps. I have 2 iris containers for travel. I went through everything and I came up with these 3 scraps. That was it. And I was like, okay, well, I can't make 8 embellishments in the size I want to with those. What I think it is that I really like map paper as a background. So I think that I'm using these as backgrounds and then I don't have scraps, right? Because they're the background of my page. So in an effort to not cut into my 12 by 12s, because obviously I like them that way, I went to my smaller paper pads in my travel bin and I found 1 map paper that was 6 by 6 and 3 map papers that are 6 by 8. So I'm going to use those today. And then I pulled some solid scraps in to back my cut file, sort of a thing. I think I'm going to do a title, and then I want something like a, what's that called? Offset for it. So I think this is what I'm going to work with today, and I'm going to save my 12 by 12 map papers for backgrounds at a later date. And my embellishments will come from these smaller paper pads and these few scraps that I did find. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to run stuff through my Cricut, and I'm going to come back and make a quick title with you guys. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. All right, so this is the embellishment that I came up with. It's a title piece. I feel like it looks a little bit like a map, and then it has the title on it, which is super fun. So I'm going to go ahead and make one with you guys. I'm going to start by inking the edges of my background piece, offset piece, whatever you call this square piece. And then I'm leaving them on the mat, and I'll show you, you'll see why. Because I don't want to throw out the letters because they make a title. So I'm going to do something else with that. I just don't know what yet. But for now, I'm just going to leave them on the mat. And I also need the tiny pieces to fill in some of the letters. So one step at a time, right? So I'm just going to ink the edges of this as well. So I'm just going to use some ATG, along the outside edge of that bigger piece and lay that down. And then I'm going to take my white glue and just go under these like little kind of pieces that kind of flip up if you leave them. Go. Okay, now I'll bring this back over. And I need my little pieces. So, where's my tweezers? Let's go with, I'm going to lift this up first. So I can grab this little bit. Now this one I'm noticing doesn't stand out quite as much as this one does, so I think maybe it'll need a little bit of outlining, I guess, which is fine. We can do that. And then what else needs a little piece inside? So we need our little triangle in the A. And then we need our centerpiece for the D. And we need the little piece for the top, the R. And then I think what I'm going to do to make that just stand out a little bit more is to get a black Sharpie pen and just trace around the inside of that letter to give it some definition. Let's see how different that is. Makes it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so I will do the rest of that off camera, but I just wanted to show how that little bit of doodling just makes it stand out quite a bit, right? So the top one has the outlining and the bottom one doesn't. So it just gives it that bit of definition. And then on the back, I'm going to write my name. And the name of the swap is Atlas. And it is 2025. So that's going to be my contribution to the swaps for the Atlas swap this week. And sign up starts tomorrow, so make sure if you want to sign up, you're watching for that post. If you're not part of Ginger's Corner and you want to join in with us, feel free. I'll put a link to the Facebook group down below. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will put a photo of all of the finished title pieces at the end of the video so that you can see what they all look like with all the different matte papers. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. I hope you all have a great day. Bye for now.